let's move on, talk about Jubilant FoodWorks. We have with us the management of Jubilant FoodWorks to talk about the numbers. Same store sales for the quarter took some tapering off this quarter. There's been slight sluggishness on that front. Of course, we have Ajay Kaul with us. Ajay, do you see this trend to continue for FY13? I'm talking about same store sale growth. What would be your strategy just to try and prop up the same?
You know, having done 37% year before last and 30% this year, and as the base keeps growing bigger and bigger, to expect anybody to, keep clocking those kind of numbers, would be, I think, a bit foolish. Having said that, we did do 26% same-store growth in the last quarter, and our guidance for next year would be that we should clock at least 18 to 20% same-store growth. At the consumer level, there is a certain, I would say not significant, but first early warning, call them signals if you may, that there is, I would say, the growth in our customer acquisition as well as frequency of consumption at, the larger customer base. I think the kind of growth that we were seeing in the past is tapering off a little bit. It's not worrisome still, because 26% same-store growth in itself is still, I would say a very good number. But in relation to, the 37 and 30% and all that, we are seeing some early warning signals of consumer, the growth in consumer offtake, slowing down a little bit. But, as much as we saw this in quarter 2 of this year, bygone year, where we did 26% same-store growth, so we did put in a certain stimuli in the markets. We pumped in a bit more marketing energy. We became more innovative at the ground level, and also the impetus which we have given to our, the e-business, which is ordering through the net and so on. I think all those put together, we are fairly optimistic that we will be able to reverse this trend.
12% price hike undertaken in the quarter. Is there a scope for more price action?
See, price hikes is something which we can't stay away from. If you look at last 3-4 years, every year we have been taking a nominal 5 to 6% price hike. When your economy is growing at 7%, its translation into disposable incomes and further on into discretionary spends on items like food and so on. While the growth of 26, 30, 37% will also come, there will also be food inflationary pressures, and you can't stay away from that. So our endeavor always is to absorb this as much as possible. In fact, we deploy some, I would say high-end Six Sigma techniques and processes to constantly keep bringing the unit cost down. We leverage our, systemic level growth. Last 2 years, if you've seen 61%, 50% this year, and we leverage these high volumes or high growth with our business partners to keep our unit transaction costs down, to keep our unit input costs down. But having said that, there still is always a bit of a pressure. So you can't keep a nominal 4-5% price increase during the course of the full year, away. So probably we will end up taking a price increase of 2-3% in July, and maybe another one, of 2-3% in November.
Let me try and dig more outlook from you as far as FY13 is concerned. Margins, same source sales. Apart from that, also focus on top line, bottom line. How is FY13 going to shape up?
Okay. While as a company philosophically we do not like giving too many guidances, but on a few key metrics, I think same store growth, we believe that 18 to 20% is something which we should deliver by the end of the year. At a number of new store level, having done 72 and 87 new stores last year, we think we should be able to open at least 90 new stores during the course of the year. Having delivered, constantly a rising EBITDA margin percentage over the last 4 years. If you recall, we did 12.6% 3 years back, then 15.6%, then 17.7%, and the just concluded year we did 18.7%, growing it by another 100 basis points. We believe, keeping in mind all the inflationary pressures and everything else that is there, we should be able to do at least 18.7% EBITDA margin by the end of this year.
Okay, well, obviously the street is excited about the Dunkin' Donut rollout that you've started here in Delhi. What's the plan for FY13? How many stores would you be rolling out? You want to share financials, expected performance from Dunkin' Donuts brand?
Our plan is to roll out at least 10 stores during the course of this financial year. Right now the plan is that all of them will be in Delhi NCR, and I mean, it's still early days. You know, the stores have got launched just, you know, early part of this week, but you know, there is a fantastic, you know, I would say reception we are getting from our consumers, and that's giving us a lot of encouragement. But having said that, still early days. I think if everything goes well in Delhi NCR, we will also evaluate entering Mumbai, and this evaluation would probably happen somewhere around September, October, and if everything is going well, we will start doing our homework with regards to entering Mumbai, you know, after that.
Right. Ajay, thank you so much for your time. Great chatting with you as always. We'll also, let me flag off CLSA's report on Jubilant FoodWorks. This morning, CLSA has upgraded the stock to a buy from an outperform rating. They had an outperform rating earlier. They've now upgraded the stock to a buy. Their price target is 1380. So that leaves a 300 rupee upside from the current levels. They believe that the revenues could rise by 2.5 times over FY12 to FY15. They also expect net profit to rise nearly 3 times between the same period. They also go on to add that franchisee and growth potential continues to be very, very strong, particularly after the rollout of Dunkin' Donuts here in Delhi. And of course, also expect that in the medium term, growth is likely to remain elevated. That's CLSA's call on Jubilant FoodWorks. We'll take a quick break, come back, and of course, continue the earnings theme here, touch base with more corporate managements.